Did you happen to see this story? An air traffic controller at Washington's Ronald Reagan Airport suspended after 2 passenger planes were forced to land without clearance, possibly because that lone controller was sleeping.
But what's really awakened a debate is the government's response to the situation. Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood saying another controller should be added just in case the first one dozes off.
And our next guest says that this is just another indication of how bad this system is run. Joining us now is Boyd Group International's president, Michael Boyd. So, sir, make your case.
Well, it's real simple. I mean, having someone fall asleep on the job is bad enough. But then having Ray LaHood saying, well, let's have a backup person when we only needed one, it's typical of the kind of management we've had of our air traffic control system for the past 20 years. It has no accountability whatsoever.
Now, we all remember, well, maybe we might not all remember, but when President Reagan fired all the air traffic controllers when they went on strike, that was in 1981. We didn't have another union until 1986, I believe, or 87. That's when the latest union came into operation. So we had about 6 years there where there was no union at all for air controllers. How do we do with no union?
Well, I don't think it makes any difference. The real problem with the air traffic control system is the management of it. There's no accountability. They tell you we have this new system, NextGen, coming along. It's a farce. It's just a lot of old stuff that's delayed. They can't keep a schedule. The Italian railroads have a better schedule performance than the FAA.
You know, what do you make of Congressman John Mica's comments? He's a Republican out of Florida, saying that, you know, the Transportation Secretary's request for, you know, increased staffing at Reagan National when there are little to no flights during the early morning hours is a typical bureaucratic response. I mean, is this sort of the way the government, or rather the White House, is going to create or save jobs here?
Well, yeah, if you want to make sure you can let people sleep on the job, that always creates more jobs. But the reality of this is that Ray LaHood really is not very qualified at what he does. I'll be very honest with you. To make a statement like that is really outrageous. He should be saying, we're going to fix this problem right now, and that means getting into it. He's not fixing it. He's just trying to paper it over with another controller who can fall asleep.
Well, how do we fix it?
Well, number one, we need total accountability at the FAA. Now, we have a new FAA administrator I think can do it, but it's a big job to do. But as long as you have people like Ray LaHood who will accept this kind of slop, like our air traffic control upgrade system just dropped down dropped behind about another 4 years last week because somebody didn't do the job right. We can't accept that. We have to have accountability. Until we have accountability in an FAA and a Department of Transportation that isn't part of the old boy network, it's not going to happen.
Quickly, are air passengers at risk here?
No, I think we're safe, but we're safe at the margins. And keep in mind, over the last 10 years, about 18 to 20% of all flights are off schedule. That hasn't improved one whit. And as a result of that, you can say we're safer, but we're not any more efficient.
And is what happened at Reagan, could that happen anywhere, at any airport in the U.S.?
It's probably happening all over the U.S. We don't know. Wow. The reality is we don't have very good management.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, if you want to get it, that'll happen.
Michael Boyd, president of Boyd Group International. Good to see you, Michael. Thank you very much.